Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All right, I think we've got a game in the books. Well, sorta. We have a game in the books to talk about as we welcome you to a August 11th, a Monday, August 11th edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. As we will, we'll do it till about 6 p.m. today, as we do every weekday here on Action Sports Jags. Hope to hear from Patrick Young in a little bit. Obviously, I'm sure he took in the ball game on over the weekend, as I did, as you did, as most everybody did. Just about everybody has now played. Everybody played over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So preseason NFL football off and running. I'll give you my thoughts on what I saw, and we'll go around the room. Casey, I'm sure, has a lot to talk about regarding the game. Patrick, we'll even get, I think, our buddy Mike Freed will join us. We'll take it out of bounds, have some fun on a Monday, let him talk a little bit about what he saw, and also Brent Beaird. We'll talk a lot of college football with Brent Beaird, but Brent obviously will weigh in on the Jaguars and what he saw. We'll get into some Major League Baseball as we now are down to 7 weekends coming up. We've got 7 coming up. So we are coming up on 120 games played. They play, 162. So we are coming up on really the final quarter, I guess it is, if you really want to break it down. Final quarter of baseball and some real movement in Major League Baseball. The standings have changed, I think, quickly, and I check them every day, but we'll go over some Major League Baseball standings. Not that it matters, but the AP College Football preseason poll is out. When we get Brent on, we'll talk about that. Out of Bounds with Mike Freed. And, of course, as promised, you know him, you love him, Mr. Patrick Young, fresh off it was fake football, Pat, but a lot of football over the weekend. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, it was a lot of football. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. It was nice. I'm good, man. My daughter, she talked my ear off yesterday, but other than that, I'm doing great.
About what?
Oh, man, she's, kids, they just say whatever is on their mind when they see it or think about it without is this actually something I need to communicate? We're on your side of town. We went to the Orange Park Mall.
Oh, boy.
And she kept asking, why is everything in the mall closed? And I literally had to say, Kyla, you are overwhelming me, asking me the same question over that I don't have the answer to.
Over. Wait a minute.
Yes, the same. Yeah.
You made
I don't think she realizes. Oh, made it where?
You made it to the Orange Park Mall and lived to tell about it?
Yeah,
Ooh.
there was. Well, probably because malls are kind of obsolete now, so there wasn't really anybody in there.
That Orange Park Mall, they still try to have 2, maybe 2.5 semi-riots per month over there. It's kind of what they do.
Well, and yeah, I mean, just last week or a week and a half ago, do you remember I don't know what these kids called it, but they were at the Freedom Fountain or whatever, and they take that place over, and it's to fight.
Yeah, just kind
of and be chaotic. I don't understand at all.
They just do a numbers game. They just post on social media. Everybody show up at XYZ location, and there's 500 unruly kids, and it's just a numbers game. They take over.
Oh yeah,
Scary.
They're going crazy. They're going
What were y'all doing? School shopping the day before, kind of thing?
Well, Dick's Sporting Goods at Orange Park. I guess they don't want to make money. I was going to buy her a new pair of shoes, but the service was non-existent. So we ended up, we should have. The avenues, they're slow too and dying, but they're way better than that spot.
Yeah.
So we ended up. I grabbed her after church. We went over to my grandma's house. My grandma absolutely adores that baby.
Yeah.
Then took her to the mall. That was a fail. and this is the first sign was as we were trying to come in through the part where Old Navy is. the automatic door malfunctioned. It wasn't opening.
Oh my!
That should have been our sign to say, all right, let's turn around and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but we ended up going to this really nice restaurant out in Mandarin called Umami, and it's a 4.9 out of 5 stars, and they live up to it.
Wow.
I highly recommend.
I love edamame.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I love edamame.
Edamame. Is that the restaurant name? Umami.
UAMAI.
I'll take some edamame. You can.
Yeah, it was great.
Pat.
No, you'll like the noodles. I'm not a big noodle guy, but yeah, they did it. They do it right over there.
I've got a special lunch coming up for myself this coming Saturday. Daughter and soon to be son-in-law. They've son-in-law got that Blackstone for his birthday about 4 or 5 months.
Oh, nice.
4 or 5 months ago, and they're on a real Blackstone cooking. So we did breakfast about a month ago. They invited me over, and then this Saturday,
nice.
They're gonna fire up the hibachi stuff on the Blackstone. And
yeah, I'm not a huge hibachi fan.
I try to go once or twice a year. I like it every once in a while, but I'm looking forward to it. Plus, here's the deal, man, and I'm kind of liking this now. Daughter's out of the house and, on her own and all grown up now, and they seem to invite me, and all I have to do is show up. They cook, I eat, I go home, and they clean. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's fantastic. That sounds like a win.
It is a win. It is definitely a win. I will say this before we get into some sports, Pat, and staying on the theme with your daughter and at the mall yesterday and school really officially all around Duval has started today. I wasn't on the road this morning, say, school bus hours. I wasn't quite out that early this morning. But coming to the studio today, I was on the road there 3:15 to get here, get settled. Man, there was a lot of traffic this afternoon. You could tell people are trying to get back in that pickup after school. A lot of cars on the road about an hour ago. Woo! A lot of cars.
Oh, yeah. I'm certain. Yeah. I was kind of trying to time things up here.
Yeah.
Because I had lunch at our spot Pour Tap Room, and
nice.
I was like, dang, it's 3:00. I should probably just hang out here.
No doubt.
Before I hit the road, and so far so good.
Nice, good start. All right, Pat. Jacksonville Jaguars played a practice game.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yep. I was gonna say, where do we start with football?
Yeah, I guess I'll lay out for a second. Let you. I watched obviously the first half. I can't really. It's too hard to watch second half of preseason games. There's just nothing happening. Yeah. And then especially this third game that'll come up, nobody will play in that game. But I'll give you my thoughts, Pat. Pick up where you want, anywhere you want. What'd you see? Did anything surprise you? Did it go the way you thought? Were you shocked? Were you flabbergasted? Were you none of the above from the Jaguars' perspective? What'd you see in that game?
Well, the first thing, I hate to shame my grandmother, but she's been a Jaguars fan since inception. And she's like, yeah, I thought the Jaguars were just doing good. And our grandma, none of the guys after the first half that are playing in that, they're trying to win, but not really. Like, if they really wanted to win, they play the starters the entire game and couldn't connect. I thought the defense wasn't very good. I think there should be now a fire alarm going off for the staff on the defensive side, especially with the line. I thought they weren't good at all. I thought Tyson Campbell was there. He was there.
He was on the field.
He was on the field. Trav, he missed a tackle, but I'm really curious how it's going to play out with him in terms of how much do you keep tinkering, or how much do you say, all right, no matter what, we're sticking to this game plan? Yeah. Do you make for him a set rule with exceptions, or no matter what, this is what? Because right now I don't think they're good enough to have a hard rule on Travis Hunter. I like that first series on the offensive side with the Jags. I love that jet sweep they called out of the motion for a first down.
Yeah.
That was a great play. One one of the completions Trevor had for 20 yards, like he had time. I'm like, okay, all right. But then again, it's TJ Watt or not TJ Watt. What's the brother's name?
JJ Watt, isn't it? One of those Watts.
Yeah, no, it is TJ. Yeah, TJ Watt. Yeah, TJ Watt's not out there on the field.
Yeah.
So you take it with the grain, but I did like what I saw in terms of the first team. With the few plays they ran, it looked different. Etienne didn't really prove to me that he should be the starter. Tanks Bigsby, he was better. I think I still would take him over because I love Bucky Brooks, man. He's such a good analyst and understanding like Tank's first few years, as powerful as he is, shuffle his steps before trying to hit that hole. And I get it. You want to hit the hole, but he looked more so I'm going full speed if I'm running into my own guy or not, and we're falling forward.
Yeah.
So I like that adjustment he seemed to have made in his progression as a NFL running back.
Could you talked about Bucky Brooks a moment ago, who did the game, and I think he's part of the Jaguar broadcast. Did the game. Thank God Bucky Brooks doesn't call basketball, because I was listening to Bucky.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a unique voice. He's got that. You feel like he's got something caught and he needs to cough it up in his voice every time you hear him talk.
Yeah,
and
it's not as bad as RFK. It's not as bad as RFK, no. But it's similar.
And RFK has some type of condition. I don't know what the name of it is, but he was born with a condition. RFK, but Bucky Brooks, thank God he doesn't do basketball. Can you imagine Bucky Brooks on the call with PJ Carlissimo, and you'd be going,
no, oh my gosh,
clear your throat, clear your throat. You have to clear your throat.
He'd be getting stampede. It'd be a stampede by the play-by-play guy. Like he would never get his points in.
Oh, clear your throat. My thoughts on the Jaguars this weekend on, what was that, Saturday night? I thought that was pretty much what I thought I was going to see. You know my stance. I don't think the Jaguars are very good. And I thought that's what I saw Saturday. Jaguars 1s opened up the game on offense against the Steelers 2s. Steelers 2s against the Jaguars 1s on defense. That's kind of what I thought I was going to see. They weren't very good last year. I don't think they did much to help themselves this year. And, I'm a broken record. I hope I'm eating my words. I hope people are bringing me spoonfuls of words all fall and all winter. But I think they're up against it here, the Jaguars, for the next couple of years, because I just don't think they're very good. And because of what they did with the draft, I don't think they've got a way to fix it for a couple of years. They mortgaged their future. But no, I thought that was about what I thought I was going to see.
Well, I would say this. You got to compare them around the league, right? We can look at them against themselves, but look, the Cincinnati Bengals, they started their guys in the first quarter, and they looked excellent. Getting Chase, Burrow, the tight ends, their line, and again, maybe they were going against another team's twos, but my goodness, the fluidity and the level of play. And again, still preseason, but football players, when they're on the field, they're trying to play. They're not in there thinking, oh, this game doesn't matter. That's on the coaches. That's as the coaches are making substitutions and taking guys out, even if they know this player is better. That's just how it works. So I look at how the Bengals played, and they looked incredible in that first few drives on the offensive side. And then you look at the Jags, and you're like, okay, it looks like there's progress, I think. But compared to them, it looks like the Bengals are on a whole nother level, which we already know that if you have the eyeball test.
Right.
And the Jags got a long way to go to catch up.
I also thought, and we started getting this out. I think it was either Thursday or Friday of last week. We started getting this out when both teams, the Jaguars and the Steelers, pretty much made their announcements. The Jaguars said, "Hey, we're going to play all of our players," and the Steelers actually released a list. I mean, they played none of their starters. Basically, I mean, it was 20 deep, and it was all-star names, right? All the all-stars for Pittsburgh. Nobody played. I thought when that happened late last week, that put a little bit of the pressure on the Jaguars because we all knew then that Pittsburgh was running their twos out on offense and defense, and then their threes. And we then also knew the Jaguars were going to run a lot of their frontline guys. So the pressure, I thought, was on the Jaguars to look better than the Steelers, and they didn't.
Right.
And
no, they sure did.
And I don't know if that was a Mike Tomlin thing but I don't know. And you mentioned,
man, Mason Rudolph looked pretty good. He looked pretty good out there.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph had some solid throws, some solid plays.
So maybe the Jaguars' offensive approach is going to change a little bit, Pat. Maybe they're going to say, hey, when we have the ball on offense, if we touch our own 40-yard line, send in the field goal team immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Send it in. Just get to our own 40.
Can you believe it?
46 or whatever.
And I text you immediately. I text you immediately. I said, that's the best player. Cam Little. He is the best player on the Jaguars right now.
Can't you make a little bit of an argument that the punter and the place kicker are the two best players on the team?
Yeah. Yeah, Logan's fantastic too. Well, and think with Logan, like the hold, he's a fantastic, like he is every team in terms of having a perfect hold every single time. Like Logan Cook is that guy.
Yeah. I know this happens every year, but man, it seemed like there were a lot. Every time I turned around this weekend, because everybody was playing Saturday or Sunday, Friday or Saturday, Sunday, every time I turned around, it looked like the headline somewhere on my laptop, on my phone, on my TV was so-and-so getting hurt in the NFL. Did you feel like that? It felt like there were a million injuries. And I know it's this way every year because right now everybody's got 90 guys running around, but man, it seems like there's a million injuries out there.
Yeah, it wasn't good, man. In terms of the Chargers, the Lions, bad injury there with the Lions. I mean, you just hate when it happens to these guys that are trying to make the team. This is their first shot, and it happens in the preseason.
I know.
Some of these guys, they end up you end up missing the whole season. Like, goodness, that's brutal.
And then we're getting obviously just about every college has opened up camp, and a lot of the colleges just had a scrimmage over the weekend. They'll have another one. There a lot of college guys are getting reported injured.
Oh man,
you just got so many guys running around for the next 2 weeks or so, and it'll dwindle. The NFL start having their cuts. The college guys will have another 2 weeks, and then they'll really slow it down, and then they'll get into game week, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot of physical practice in game week. Once they get going, Monday's treatment day. Tuesday's a little walkthrough probably. Little film, Wednesday walkthrough, Friday's travel if you're on the road. So, yeah, it just seemed like a lot of injuries, Pat. Just seemed like a lot of injuries everywhere. Ugh.
Yeah, tough, man, tough. That's kind of just how it goes in this sport, in this brutal sport of football.
I still hear a lot of and read a lot of Jaguar fans that pile on Trevor and say Trevor Lawrence, and they got to get better quarterback play. There's the problem, and they paid him way too early and way too much money. When I read that and when I watch Trevor Lawrence, I'll stick by my guns. I think there are a lot more pressing issues on the Jaguars football team than quarterback play. Is he the best quarterback? No. But he certainly gives you winning quarterback play. A lot of fans, I'm telling you, there's a lot of fans out there. If you said, list the five the 1 through 5, 1 being the most pressing need they need to fix, the Jaguars. Quarterback play, Trevor Lawrence, I'm like, man, I don't see it. Is he an all-world? No. But, man, there's a lot bigger fish to fry in terms of problems on that team than the quarterback play, I think. Am I all wet there?
Oh, without a doubt.
I think a lot worse things.
I don't think, Trevor, you can't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, at minimum 70% of it can fall onto the quarterback's shoulders at time, and that's going to vary. It's never 100%. But have the Jaguars, the big question, did they set him up to succeed? Did they set him up to be the chosen one? Yeah. This label that has been given to him, have they set him up to be able to fulfill that? Look, I would say the Panthers got better.
They do
Bryce
look
Young.
Better. The Panthers do look better.
They got pieces. They got pieces around him. They drafted Tate. I think they call him McMillan. Yeah, McMillan, the really good receiver. Yeah, like I think they've done a fantastic job in terms of, and plus his confidence. You know, I wonder if the Jaguars would have ever been willing to bench Trevor at some point, because Bryce Young got benched when he wasn't playing well. You know, we expected Trevor to succeed from day one, and more times than not, that just doesn't work for guys, no matter how good they were coming out of college. And look, there's examples, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, those guys were able to be really good, right? But at the risk of like ruining their confidence and their belief in themselves, I think Trevor wasn't set up to succeed under Urban Meyer, and that's been residual. And now we're in a position where we say, all right, Trevor needs to put up or shut up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's business, Terry. He does need to perform better.
Yeah, he's had a terrible supporting cast around him, I think. They haven't been real good. By the way, we got off the air on Friday, when we wrapped up Friday here on the show. I drove and I went straight to a sports bar, not a sports bar place, kind of, and met a buddy of mine. And I watched basically the entire first half and had a good view. Friday night was Carolina and the Browns, right? Carolina and Cleveland.
Yep.
And and you brought it up a minute ago, but and I know it's preseason. Carolina's much better. They didn't look bad. They didn't look bad at all. And you mentioned McMillan, the receiver, the 6'4", 6'5" receiver. The Panthers took, and that was a guy the Jaguars looked at hard. They really gave him a hard look. He's a nice player. They got Xavier Legette on the other side. He's an 80-catch guy. This McMillan made a couple nice catches. Bryce Young, as you said, Patrick, he looks better. Where I'm going is that opener with Carolina 8 months ago, it's Carolina. I'll tell you now, that's going to be a pretty good. That may be one of the better games of opening weekend. Two well-matched teams. People that have got a W already in for the Jaguars, they might want to watch Carolina a little more.
I know, right? Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe in doing that right in the wins down before.
Yeah.
I think all these games with the Jags especially. But yeah, those teams on the schedule that have the history of, at least last year they were really good. I'm like, yeah, right. They're really going to have to show me something before I agree. Yeah.
I agree. I guess I'm a softie, but sitting in that stadium 2 years ago and I've referenced this a million times, that 2 years ago Panther team that came through Jacksonville about week 15, it was late in the season. God, they were terrible. Oh, they were terrible. Was the worst.
That was one of the worst football teams I've ever seen.
I'm right with you. And I sat in that press. I felt sorry for Bryce Young. And all I could think of is, think about Bryce Young. He was a star at a great high school. He went to Alafrick and Bama. And then all of a sudden he was on that team in the pros. I almost got a sweet spot for I kind of want a little bit of good to happen to him. And man, that was a bad football team. They were terrible.
That was a bad football team, man.
Woo. They were really bad. As we go to break, speaking of injuries, I hope this is not too bad, but the Super Bowl champion Eagles, Landon Dickerson, meniscus injury. I'm not so sure if they know how bad it is. You know, he's former Seminole and former Alabama Crimson Tide, but he's a big player on that line for the Eagles. Dickerson thought to have suffered a meniscus injury, right knee. And if we know anything from Dr. Bates, Patrick, meniscus, if you got to have something in the knee, you want to have the meniscus, don't you?
You got a better chance, depending on how bad it is,
Yeah.
to come back and play.
Yeah.
But if they got to do a whole microfiber and all that stuff, that's
and hopefully it's not too bad.
What's it called?
Hopefully it's not too bad.
What's that procedure called? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either. But we'll keep an eye on that. We got a lot, unfortunately, of injury stuff to talk with Dr. Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist on Wednesday. All right, Pat, let's take first break. We got a lot to get to. We'll keep the Jaguars-Steeler talk going, the good, the bad, the ugly. We'll get some opinions. Hopefully we'll have Mike Freed have some fun, take it out of bounds. The lighter side of sports. Brent Beaird will join us. The AP college football poll is out. We had the coaches poll a week or so ago, the AP poll. The polls really don't matter now at all, really, as we have a playoff system. But I think the human factor of choosing teams in the playoff, I think the poll does still sway some of those voters. We'll talk, and there are some differences from the coaches poll 2 weeks ago and the AP poll today. We'll go over that and a lot of Major League Baseball. Boy, the focus is starting to come into play in Major League Baseball. Some programs, some organizations playing their way into postseason, and some franchises playing their way out. See the New York Yankees. That and a whole lot more. One down, a long way to go. Stay with us right here on Action Sports Jax. It is the Young Norvelle Show.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, Beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Back we are. NFL football's ready to rock and roll as it's that time of year. Terry Norvelle here on a Monday. A lot to cover. We've talked a lot about the Jaguars Steelers. Jaguars get it on again Sunday, 1 o'clock at New Orleans. And then kind of a sad thing, and Pat, I think you're still there, the Saturday 7 o'clock game at Miami. That's the third and final one, right? That'll be almost a glorified just walkthrough, right? Those last preseason games. And those two teams will joint practice together down there, right? I think they're having a joint.
I guess so.
Yeah, they're having a joint practice. So I would rather watch the joint practice than the game, probably, because nobody will play in that final preseason game. That's just the way it always has been. So, this New Orleans game will be watchable. The third and final preseason game, I don't think will be really watchable. We'll have Mike Freed on in a little bit. We'll take it out of bounds. Brent Beaird coming up in the second hour as well. Pat, this is off stuff we teased a little bit, but I was perusing some sports stories this morning, and this was not a big deal, and I'm trying to find it. I wrote down the particulars, and I don't know, maybe you've got a theory, but it was about track and field. And it was a story about a guy, I think a guy over in Europe really had a really good triple jump, and one of the track and field events, and I don't know if it was a world record or right at it, I think it was just behind it, and the story, and I'll see if you got a theory. I'm trying to think if I have a theory. The article about this triple jump over the weekend said there are only 3 world records in track and field that have stood 30-plus years. Okay, you with me? 30 or more years. 3 events in track and field worldwide, okay? And here's the kicker, Pat. All 3 are jumping events.
Yep.
Not sprinting or running or distance or throwing. They're all 3, the high jump, the long jump, and the triple jump, all have world records that have stood 30 or more years.
Okay.
If we've evolved speed-wise, and obviously we have, and technology has helped our speed, and if we've evolved weightlifting-wise, and I think we have, records go broken all the time, throwing events, discus, shot put, javelin, all those go down. Why jumping? Why are the jumping events kind of stuck in the mud? I wonder why. I have no idea.
I think it falls into what you said about when I was like, do you think Hank Aaron back then would have been able to play? And you said talent is talent.
Yeah.
Like across, and maybe these 3 men or women, like, they literally were the best ever, and it's interesting. There are a lot of Florida Gator athletes that have made it into the Olympics with long jump and triple jump, and they won gold medals, one silver, one bronze, but no one's come close to the Olympic record, the world record.
And I'm going to throw this out. It just kind of hit me. Could basketball have something to do with it? The world started taking up basketball heavy 30, 40 years ago. Are the leapers, are the jumpers leaning toward basketball more than high jump, long jump? I don't know. I don't know. Could
I mean, you can make that same argument with soccer.
Yeah, maybe.
Most of the like we don't have.
Yeah.
For the most part, our sport, our athletes, kids here, they have so many options.
Yeah.
And primarily in a lot of countries, soccer is the first thing and the only thing that's available. Or it's just like you're an outlier. You're not really in with everyone else if you love playing basketball over soccer. So that's a potential thing as well.
Yeah, I thought it was really unique that those sports, the jumping sports, have held, and just about every other sport within 30 years, we just kind of evolve, and it may be we train, we have better training, we have better approaches, we have better science. There's the physical training, the scientific training, I think. But that really got me. I was like, wow, that's unique.
What is the long jump record?
Gosh, I don't know. It is. I think Mike Powell still has it. The long jump, it stood for years. Bob Beeman in the 68 Olympics, I think he obliterated it, and that sucker stood for years. And if you remember right, or you may have been too young, Carl Lewis, who was a multi-sport, multi-event guy, he won like 4 golds. Crazy athlete. He won the 100 in the Olympics. The long jump was his, and he chased that thing. And if I remember right, Carl Lewis chased Bob Beeman for years, and damned if Mike Powell didn't swoop in there and take it.
Dang.
Yeah. Now Lewis won about 4 gold medals in the 4x100 he anchored, and the 100 meters and the long jump, and God, he was a great athlete. Big time athlete was Carl Lewis. Pat, we're going to get into this with Brent Beaird, but I want to throw a few things out in case you're not on with us, depending on in hour number 2. College football, news and notes. Did you see who's rattling the old hen house talking about getting back in it, coach-wise?
Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo's reared his head.
Yeah.
I didn't think when he retired at A&M, got fired, retired, whatever, took the buyout, I didn't think he was done. Jimbo, and he's lobbying. I don't know if you read the article. He said, hey, man, I'm 60. I'm a young 60. I'm in shape. He said, I've got a lot going for me. He's ready to get back in it. Somebody will hire him. He won't go to a top-level program right away, but he will, if Kentucky.
He'll go on the ACC.
ACC. If Kentucky opens up. Kentucky would hire him. I'll tell you one thing. Jimbo Fisher will get some talent. He is a really good recruiter. And that talk fast, shuck and jive car salesman, sometime he gives off. Well, that plays to an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
That 18-year-old kid thinks he's fun. He's fast. He talks fast. He goes fast. Jimbo will recruit. He'll find a job if he wants to get back in it. He's doing TV this year. He's on the ACC network. Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they picked him up. So Jimbo can help a program too. I think he'll want to be a head coach. I don't think he'll go and be somebody's OC. I think he'll want to be the head guy. But I think Jimbo Fisher, his resume, he won a national title. There's not a lot of guys out there still in the profession that have a national title under their belt. You know that?
Right. That's true.
A national title, and it got sideways at Florida State. I think what happened, and I don't have any inside scoop on this, I think it got stale with Jimbo at Florida State, a little bit like it got stale quickly with Dan Mullen at Florida. I think if we knew the true story, I think Florida and Florida State were very, very slow to come around to the arms race. And I think the Dan Mullins of the world and the Jimbo Fishers of the world said, hey, man, having a good team and good players is half the battle. We need a stadium. We need a practice facility. Everybody else has got one or two or three, right? Taj Mahal's. We don't. I think things got sideways. Now, he went to A&M, and, I mean, a little bit of Jimbo's problem at A&M was Ali Frazier. Keep in mind, Joe Frazier was a damn good heavyweight. And if Joe Frazier was 10 years earlier or 10 years later, he'd have his own chapter of greatest heavyweights of all time. Guess what Frazier did? He happened to be born the same era as Muhammad Ali. Well, Jimbo Fisher, remember, was in the SEC and the West. Oh, about the same time some guy named Saban was there too. So a little bit of that was, rub of the draw, rub of the green there a little bit. So what do you think? I think Jimbo's got, if he finds the right job, he could elevate the right program 5, 7, 8 years, and I think it'd be a win-win-win all the way around.
Yeah, I think so.
I could see him going to a Kentucky level. I could see him going to NC State, Kentucky, Oklahoma State. I could see him winning at Oklahoma State if Gundy, finally moves on. I could see him winning all that oil money. We'll talk to Brent Beaird about that in a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and take another break here. About 20 minutes till. We're going to see if we can get some bonus time out of Mike Freed. I don't know if we got the salary in the bank, Patrick, but we may get some bonus time with Out of Bounds. Mike Freed. He's ready to go. He said, "Hold your horses, Patrick Young." He's ready to go. He's ready to make everybody laugh. Ready to laugh, Pat? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We will take it Out of Bounds. You know him, you love him, Mr. Mike Freed.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandalwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are more rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is down. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
Okie dokie, it's a fun little segment we call Out of Bounds. We don't stop talking just general sports, but there's always some funny stuff that happens in and around the world of sports. How about that Wayback Machine? Right there, that's Miss Pac-Man.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, Miss Pac-Man right there, original.
I see.
How many quarters did you feed in that thing over the years?
I did not do Miss Pac-Man. I was more of a Galaga or a Joust.
Yeah.
A little bit of Asteroids kind of guy.
I'll tell you, though, in our day, though, hey, Pat, and Mike and I, in our day, Mike,
yes,
you couldn't go to a Pizza Hut or any public whatever without a couple games.
Yeah, the little table games, too, where you could sit
down
and play, and you could eat pizza on top of it.
Mom and Dad over in the corner, the 8-year-old just feeding quarters into Galaga or whatever it was, you said?
I would like to get one. I was talking to my kids recently, and they were saying that the pinball games, which also are kind of cool, are horribly expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Pat, Patrick, I don't know about you. When I was a kid, young kid in the neighborhood, summertime and all, you bored and had a little bit of money. Maybe you mowed a yard, maybe not. Or we'd collect Coke bottles and go, ride your bike. Couple kids ride to the close 7-Eleven, trade in your Coke bottles for a couple dollars.
Yeah.
And start feeding the quarter.
Did you grow up in the 30s?
Yeah. We went to Ike Godsey's General Store. But
Get
if
the
you
nickel
got
candy.
hot, if you got hot though, when it was your turn, you got on that pinball machine.
Right.
If you got hot, you start getting some credits. You could stay there 4 or 5 hours.
I had a guy. I'm going to sound like I grew up in the 50s myself now, but I had a paper route, and there was a wine and cheese store up the street. This guy Al, and he would open it up early for us paper boys to come in, and he would give us some quarters to play in the machines in the back of his little wine and cheese store.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it. Little Patrick, we just went down memory lane right there, Pat.
We did.
You got any stories like that, Pat?
Patrick,
there you go.
Patrick, give us a
Patrick
story.
was just a glamorous elite athlete even as a kid, so he never had to do paper routes or cut lawns.
Heck no.
Can't hurt those athletic hands.
I struggle doing chores.
Nice.
Yeah, your parents knew that you were going to be the gravy train, so they didn't want you to get hurt with menial labor.
Absolutely, they were all.
Zach, oh my gosh, I've never had someone just articulate it in such a perfect way.
Nice.
That's exactly what happened in the Young household.
That makes sense.
I would die on my grave.
Your sister was probably Cinderella. She had to clean the chimney and stuff, right?
Yeah, she was. Yep. You got it. She got the brunt force of all that stuff.
Not fair at all.
All right, guys, let's take it out of bounds. I think we've actually got a couple of visuals.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to. Pat, I hope you can. Will you be able to see these, Pat? I think if we play them. We got all right. We've got the first one.
Oh gosh!
And let's take it to the NASCAR Xfinity
Oh yeah,
series.
yeah, that's a good one.
And let's take a look at this.
This poor guy.
This was over the weekend.
Yeah, that would be me, by the way.
Look, he won. This guy, I got his name here.
did all the hard stuff, amazing, and now this. They're throwing liquid. What could possibly go wrong? That could possibly go wrong.
Broken collarbone. Took him straight to the on-premises hospital.
Yeah.
Broken collar. But here's where I'm at. This guy's 19. I've got his name somewhere. 19 years old. This is his 6th win on the series. Gosh, I had his name somewhere. But he's won 6 times.
Yeah.
Here's the deal that I get. So you're telling me this guy was on track, probably going near or around 200 miles an hour with a bunch of other cars.
Right.
He doesn't get hurt in that.
No.
But the car's not moving and he gets hurt.
Yeah, but this race is
Yeah, that's funny when you put it that way.
But this raises a question. There's a lot of ancillary activities in athletics, and I want to ask Patrick about this. I'm sorry, Terry. Ancillary means extra. Patrick, no. Patrick's got a big brain. Ancillary, extra things. Okay, let me give you some examples. In tennis, when they win, they climb up the bleachers to go say hello to their family. In football, not just the celebrations that are gaudy, but the celebrations, like if I'm a kicker, and then these guys are coming up, I avoid contact. Now they're headbutting me because I kicked a 70-yard kick.
Field goal, yeah.
There's things that happen, and then this guy's standing up on the car, throwing liquids around.
Connor Zillage, 19 years old,
Right.
supposed to be like one of the bonus babies that's going to be on the big NASCAR.
Right.
This is Xfinity,
Right.
which is the AAA NASCAR.
Yeah.
He's won 6 times. He's got sponsors.
Right, but he's not very.
Patrick,
He's not good at ballet.
It still gets me. This guy was.
He's not very foot coordinated yet. He doesn't have his man body yet.
They should put like something special up in the window when they're going to do that thing afterwards. These guys are the money makers.
I'm still going back to this guy was on an oval,
right,
flying at 200 miles an hour, in and around, bumping other cars going 200 miles for a couple of hours.
Right. But that's the thing he does.
And he's not hurt.
This is
Patrick,
not the thing he does.
Getting out of his car, he
Well,
gets hurt.
in fairness, he wasn't getting out of his car. He was standing in the window frame while people were throwing liquids at him, and he was cheering. That's a hard thing to do.
He wasn't being present. He wasn't present at all.
And,
that should be its own sport.
Casey, can we see that one more time? He bit it hard, man.
Yeah, but
Watch
but look what he's doing. You're underestimating the athleticism of what he was trying to do.
Yeah, tell me this is athletic.
That's a whole nother sport.
Well, the first
All right,
he
so
wanted
far
to
so
get
good.
on top, right?
Right.
So far, so
He's
good.
got
There he
those
is.
boxes-
That's
those
not
boxes are
good.
in the way.
Now you see the other guy's
Oh!
throwing liquids, and then he steps on the fabric.
I'm going to put a little bit on him. He was one leg up, one leg down, shaking his water. Hey, get sound footing first, my man.
You go try that on the way out tonight. All right.
No, I'm not that
He
dumb.
didn't secure that left foot.
No.
He didn't check that left foot before he got up there and started.
I'm telling you, it's the celebrations that get these guys. If I'm their sponsors, I have exclusions on celebrations. Remember my guy Gus Farrat with the Redskins years ago? Yeah. He was celebrating a touchdown
in the wall,
and he headbutted the goalpost and broke his neck.
Well,
he was out for the season.
Who was the Buccaneer kicker?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You brought up kickers. A couple brothers that were kickers.
Oh, the Robies, maybe?
No, not the. Casey, who was that Tampa kicker?
Tootin?
Made a real nice. Might have been he might have kicked at Florida State or had a relative that kicked at Florida
Is
State.
that the guy that was jumping around after he made a kick?
Grammatica.
And tore his ACL?
Thank you, Casey. Grammatica was his last name. Good kicker.
Yes.
Buccaneers, makes a big kick.
Sure.
Runs off the field, jumps up in the air, lands, and blows his ACL out.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of sports where the celebration is more dangerous than the activity, and it's not the thing you practice. I think they should. I think we should outlaw celebrations. That's where I'm coming out.
I cringe on those backflips. Those backflips, especially when a big guy does it.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'll tell you the one I cringe on.
Yeah.
Literally,
right.
Every time I'm watching Clemson football at home, they come down the
yeah.
hill and they rub Howard's Rock, and it's a hill.
Excuse me.
Howard's Rock.
Okay.
The great Coach Howard.
All right.
Anyway, long story. I know you're not athletic.
Yeah, that's what she said.
They run down.
Right.
They take the field by running down. It's a straight drop basically at an angle, and they're running and they're jumping.
Yeah.
And man, every time they land, Pat, you know what I'm talking about. You worry they're going to blow a knee out. These
Somebody's
players
got to get hurt. Yeah.
These players.
I mean, basketball didn't have too many of them. I would when you guys jump up and do the chest bump thing. You ever get hurt doing that? Like, say you have a point guard and you are jumping at the same time. Like you could knock him out.
No. The primary example, the best example is back in when's the first championship? 2008, Florida and Ohio State.
Yeah.
When the guy runs the kickback.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember his name for Ohio State.
Ted
and
Ginn.
they dogpiled him.
Ted Ginn.
Right.
They dogpiled him. And he was out of the game for the rest of the game.
Of course.
Because he got injured in that celebration.
It's ridiculous. The one thing I wonder about basketball, and you can comment on this, is they want to sell every seat they can. They want to sell right on the court. And so a lot of times you guys are chasing a ball out of bounds, and you got to jump over the first row or over the press table. And that's you got to risk getting injured in that from time to time, don't you?
It's dangerous, yeah, for sure. Oh man, when you get a chance, Mike, look up Shaq, videos of Shaq.
Yeah.
Like going to save a ball, and you see the red. That's how I know there's a God, because the Red Sea parts so quickly.
Oh, I bet.
Those
you don't want
guys
him losing.
They get out of there when Shaq looks like he's about to jump on. Oh my goodness!
I would definitely get out of the way for anybody, but for Shaq in particular. Yeah,
I'm trying to find. Moving on. We got a bunch of stuff to hit here.
Yes,
out of
please.
bounds. I can't find the story. I had it this morning, but I know the parameters. Have you seen what Jake Paul is doing? I thought we'd never talk about this guy, Jake Paul, who acts like he's a boxer.
Oh yeah, you said he think we're talking poorly about him.
He has hired an attorney.
Right, good thing.
Highly known attorney. And he is tired of. Supposedly, there's a lot of backlash. You don't really do real fighting, and so he supposedly is going to have his attorney. If anybody on social is slandering him and his fighting,
yeah,
they're going to go after them. Is there a leg? Is there a leg to stand on in that?
Well, I mean, there's these things called, I think they call them slam lawsuits. I mean, our president brings some of them, you might argue, and the idea is that if you have more wherewithal than someone else, then you can file a lawsuit and just sort of bury them. And so I don't think it's a good. I mean, obviously it's an unethical strategy.
But can a person just have an opinion? And I just
right.
What if I just have an opinion and I don't think he's any good?
Yeah.
You get in trouble for just saying that?
No, I mean no is the answer. But if somebody who's got $1 billion sues you and is willing to spend a lot of it through appeals and all that, at some point you might just be like, I'm sorry, here's $5,000, and then he gets to say he won. Usually, for most people, when somebody says something bad about you, even if it is defamatory, you're only promoting it further by bringing a lawsuit. Right? So if I say somebody says I'm a short little whatever, and I'm like, I can't believe Terry did this, I'm suing him, well, now I've put it in the public record, and everyone's going to know that Terry thinks I'm a short little whatever.
Yeah, I wish I could find this, but he's very serious. Supposedly, Jake Paul's tired of getting online ridicule about the opponents, and it's not real and it's fake. So he says, man, we're going to go after people.
Well, that's interesting, though. So this is, I don't know the guy. So this is somebody who actually does legitimate sports, and people are saying it's rigged.
Well,
and he wants to say it's not rigged.
What was Jake Paul, an influencer, Casey? What was Jake Paul and his brother? What were they known?
Yeah, YouTuber. They were
YouTuber, and he's gotten into boxing.
Right.
And
so he's not doing sanctioned boxing.
Kinda.
Yeah.
And
some of his fights are.
He's trying to get there, but because he was a YouTuber, he does get some eyeballs.
Right.
But most people ridicule that dude you fought was a tomato can. Come on. Well, he's tired of hearing that. Supposedly.
But they're not saying it's. I mean, if they say it's fixed and it's not fixed, that could be defamatory, right? If they say, I can't believe. That whatever Tyson fought
here we go.
This person.
All right, here we go. I know it's not that big of a deal, but here's the headline. Jake Paul hires Elon Musk's former attorney to go after critics making stage fight claims. Jake Paul is taking matters seriously. Last month, Paul posted on the social media that he asked my team to vigorously go after anyone who makes up lies about my boxing career.
Yeah.
I'll just stop there. On the surface, can this go anywhere?
I mean,
isn't this going to make more people rip into him?
Yeah, but if he's looking for eyeballs, then they say any press is good press, right?
I guess so, and it'll help his next fight. A representative for Paul confirmed reports that the YouTuber turned boxer has hired big shot attorney Alex Spiro, whoever that is, and I've been retained by Mr. Paul to pursue legal redress for the damages he has suffered.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any legitimate?
I think it's going to this depend on the nature of the lies.
Where do they take this to? Who do they take it in front of?
Well, court. I mean, defamation is defamation. Like I say, a lie is a lie. An opinion is an opinion.
Yeah.
And if the lie harms somebody, then it's defamatory.
There you go. I think he may be crazy like a fox though here,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's going to make many more people
Right.
rag on him.
Sure.
But then, oh, by the way, his next fight is blankety blank.
Yeah, and then people will log in to see him fight a tomato can. Patrick, could you make a little more noise there?
No, he can't. He could a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Pat. Go ahead. Fire up a chainsaw while you're at it.
You got it.
He said you got it. This is not funny as much as how does this happen?
Yeah.
Japanese boxing. True story.
Okay.
August 2nd, so not long ago. There's a Japanese boxing card. Okay, multiple fights. Boxing card, like a normal boxing card. There's 8, 9, 10 fights.
Just Japanese people.
That's Japanese boxing. And this is tragic, but not one boxer on that card, but 2 died of traumatic brain
Wow.
injuries right after the fight.
Separate fights.
Separate fights.
Maybe the floor was too hard.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And you know what? It didn't say if they won or lost. I should have read it more, but how
Wow.
does that happen? 2
Well, I
in
assume
one
it was
night.
part of a knockout.
I
You don't win and then celebrate unless they headbutt it or something.
I don't know. I mean, the winner could
Yeah.
have beat up, taken
Right.
a bunch of blows. The loser could have taken.
Is there anything unique to Japanese boxing? Do they wear gloves or what's going on there? I think they'd be more likely to happen in UFC than boxing.
I don't know, but how weird is that? I mean, it's terrible that one traumatic brain injury took
Yeah.
the life of a boxer.
I don't know how often does that
2.
happen. Probably not very often, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you're the boxing promoter, you probably. Uh-oh, we lost Pat. We lost Pat. Speaking of fighting, do we have an epidemic of fighting on golf courses right now?
Looks like it. I keep getting those clips.
They're
and,
everywhere. My
yeah,
God.
There's one of the week that's posted. I know I sent it to you, and
I think Casey, do we have this? Here's
Yeah.
one of a million, but
Well, let's think about the
here we
ingredients.
go. Watch
yeah.
gray shirt guy.
Right.
Okay, something's going on. By the way, there's a lady present, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's not even a great golf course. You can see it's like a crappy little
And
municipal
I'm going to
course.
tell you who I want to get punched, but he doesn't. So here they go. They're into it pretty good. There's a lady
You could
present.
tell who's going to be able to fight in this
And
situation, though.
look, gray shirt with his back to us. Okay, they're discussing it.
Yeah, but that guy's
And
very
he creeps up.
right.
And
But then this guy's saying, "Hit me, hit me."
Oh, he takes a
Right.
shot at this guy.
But you know the last thing that guy said is, "Hit me." What you? why
Go
don't you
ahead.
hit me?
Go ahead. Hit me.
Right.
And he takes the club, and then the cameraman says, "Whoa." Now, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
But
Well, you-
if you came to me, and Casey, can you hold it right there? Can we freeze it or no? See if we can freeze it. Okay, right there.
Yeah.
If you came to me,
That's a conversation.
if you came to me right here and
Right.
said, Terry,
Yeah.
of this group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hopefully the ladies, nobody's going to hit a lady.
Yeah.
Of these 4 guys, Terry, if you have to have one guy get punched in the
It's
face.
the backwards hat guy.
Backward hat guy.
Yeah, it's got to be
I
the
would
backwards
pick.
hat guy.
That's who I wish got hit because you could tell backward hat guy. Number one, you're way too old to be wearing a backward hat.
Right.
So that guy's got to be.
And I would also guess that backwards hat guy's the most likely one to swing.
You think?
But it's
But
interesting.
wouldn't you agree? Backward hat guy's minimum 35, maybe in his 40s.
Yeah.
Way too. You know my rule.
Right.
30 and over,
Yeah.
don't do backward hat. 30 over 30, don't wear sports jerseys.
But
Don't
the two
do it.
guys with their back to us, they seem a little rougher around the edges. They know how to fight.
That's the guy I
The
want.
other two guys with the lady, they're more corporate outings, and they're
And does backward hat guy got a bad goatee working too? I think.
it's a good tee. It's a full out something.
Turn
But
your hat around or get punched in the face. If I had to pick one guy that had to get punched,
Right.
I don't want anybody punched. But why not? By the way, backward hat guy is his friend.
right. But big guy is big, and so he doesn't think anyone's going to take a swing at him. But look what happens as soon as he gets punched, he pulls out the club. He doesn't go fist for fist.
Now,
Right.
what side in court would you want to be on? Would the video be the proving?
Well, here's the thing.
Do we know what do words matter in this?
Words matter, and if the guy said, "Go ahead and swing at me," is it implied or actual consent? Right? I mean, was there a threat of imminent danger?
Take a punch, man.
Right. I mean, if he said, "I'm going to punch you," then the guy could stand his ground. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem: is you got guys out doing something, they're drinking alcohol, and then they're getting annoyed with each other, and so it's just the perfect ingredient for a fight.
I just wish if somebody had to get hit in the face by a punch,
backwards hat guy.
Backward hat guy should
I
have
don't
took
know.
one just because he's too old to be wearing a backward hat.
What do you think they were fighting about? Do you think it's like they hit into each other
I
or
think-
playing too slow? Those are the two basic
I
ones.
see a lot of those online. They're everywhere now.
Yeah.
And generally, I think the majority is some group hits into another group. They're
Yeah.
going too slow up front.
Right.
And they hit into, I'm sorry, I didn't know I could hit it that far, or you guys have been
Right, but then what is there to fight about at that point? It's just I'm sorry.
alcohol.
No, but I mean,
That's
there's
that
no
male
judgment call.
macho thing. Hey, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the group that gets hit into, they'll
Right.
send the ball back.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, at that point, those fighting
Yeah,
words,
game
or
on.
fighting actions.
Game on. But
Yeah.
lady was present. Come on.
Yeah, I got a pretty good record of not getting into fights, although I've probably started some with my mouth. I just stay around larger people.
Yeah, sure.
And you know.
And people like that. The little mouthy guy that starts the trouble. They love the mouthy guy that starts trouble.
I don't know if they do.
No, I know I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I don't know. I look kind of harmless. I think people wouldn't hit me.
Tough. I think this was over the weekend. It was either this weekend or last weekend. The Yankees, New York Yankees, every year
I've heard of them.
They have Old Timers Day. Every
Right.
year they bring back the living. And
Just the living
they'll-
ones, I
the living
understand,
ones, they'll
right?
bring 'em back.
Not the dead ones.
And they will play a little game. The ones in good enough shape,
Right.
and a lot of them will show up and not play. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Mariano Rivera. Oh, this is tough.
How old's he?
55.
Okay.
Okay. Retired.
A young man.
He pitched well into his 40s.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
So of all the people, he should be in pretty good shape.
Called one of, if not the greatest relief pitcher of all time.
Okay.
Great player.
Yeah.
He played in the game.
Okay.
Blew his Achilles.
Oh, that
Come on,
happens.
Mariano.
Yeah.
Blew his Achilles.
I've done those, like, just when you go to play a game that has burst speed and you're no
Absolutely.
longer an athlete, you're no longer hydrated like an athlete.
Absolutely.
It's very easy to do that stuff. We were playing a corporate kickball game in Washington years ago. And some guy who was probably one of the more athletic people, so he was going to bring out some of his glory days.
Absolutely.
Kicks the ball, starts running, and blew out his
Got to
Achilles.
show off.
Yeah,
First time you're not in an office setting.
Right.
Oh, there's cute Susie Q from accounting.
Especially if you could do it before, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you could do it before.
Yeah, but I mean that's the classic. Men's city league softball, baseball, and the ex college baseball guy,
Right.
is now playing softball or men's city league 30 and over.
Yeah, but those twitch
And
exercises.
New girlfriend,
Right.
on a Tuesday, honey, come on,
Yep.
go and watch me play.
Yep.
And buddy, he's playing like it's the World Series.
Or bring the kids out. Yeah, it's
the World Series.
I mean, the big things you can do, you can go running. That's what's good about running. But something where you do like a sudden burst and then stop and then burst again.
Yeah.
Those are where you
Asking
get hurt.
for trouble.
Yeah.
Asking for trouble. C.D. Lamb, really good receiver for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Really good receiver.
Hate the Cowboys.
He's
Definitely hate them.
He's on the Cowboys. They're playing over the weekend. He is not participating in the game. Not even dressed. No pads, no nothing. Right? He's
Right.
not participating. Gets a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
You say he was not even in uniform?
Not in uniform.
What was he doing?
He was on the sideline.
Yeah.
Not playing because he's injured and trying to
Right.
get ready. He's a veteran. He doesn't really need to play a lot. So a couple things are wrong here. And I don't have the video, but it's out there. I was too lazy to get it. Forgot to get it. So he's watching his teammates, and they're on offense, and he's on the sideline, and there's that big white stripe. It's about 3 or 4
Right.
feet.
Extra thick.
That's the official's lane. Did
Right.
you ever know that?
Yeah, coach
That
can
is-
sort of walk in there.
Nobody's supposed
Okay.
to stop in there. Nobody. You can walk across it and all.
Okay.
Coaches, but that's for the sideline, the
Just
side
to
judge.
make their way.
To
It's
be
their-
able to run, they're running and watching, and they're backpedaling.
Oh, that makes sense. It's their little yellow brick road.
That's there on both sides.
Okay, got it.
Einstein C.D. Lamb
Yeah.
is not participating in the game.
Right.
And I guess he's looking up at the big score because he's got
Yeah.
his back to the action,
Right.
standing right in the white,
Yeah.
watching the scoreboard,
Just,
watching play.
So he's not being obstructionist. He's just being dumb.
Both.
Oh, okay.
He shouldn't be standing in the white.
Right, but maybe.
And the play is being run, and the poor side judge is flying down the sideline, smashes into it.
Oh, I see. That's what he got. Okay, so it was an actual injury, actual altercation, or
smashes into it.
Oh yeah, I think that's.
And it's dangerous for the player, for the bystander. You know, a sideline, college and pro, at that level, there are way too many people on the sideline anyway.
Right.
So a lot of people drift in and out, camera guys and all.
Yeah.
And they can get hurt. The player, the player that maybe he's a defensive guy and the offense is on the field, vice versa. But the official can get hurt.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, the officials a lot of times are running sideways, if you will, or backpedaling full speed.
Yeah, they got to look at this, a lot of stuff. So did the official get hurt, or he did?
I don't think anybody got hurt.
He bumped into him,
but there have been major injuries in that situation.
And did the player, the non-player?
I don't think C.D. Lamb, other than his ego a little bit.
Yeah. So what was the
unsportsmanlike?
What was the consequence? Just a yardage?
15-yard penalty.
No monetary penalty.
Well, they shot him too.
They shot him.
At halftime.
Cut a finger off.
At halftime, they shot him. Yeah, dead. Yeah.
Well, that seems proportionate.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna do it again.
Right. I mean, that's what they're doing.
The rest of the year, right?
I hope. I don't know. I would do that. I've been on the sidelines before. I'm sure you have as well. And
I've seen
it gets confusing. It's to where things are.
I've seen and be serious for a minute. If you're on the sideline, I don't care if it's
moves so quick.
You better pay attention.
Yeah, even into the end zone.
Pay attention because you start talking.
Yeah.
You start talking to somebody, and that play comes toward the sideline, and those are big, athletic, fast
It's crazy,
dudes.
yeah.
And I've seen people rolled into and blown their knee. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, and head injuries.
Plenty of times.
I've been on for the pregame, and then they sort of escort you off, but it's very quick, and sometimes the game has started, and you're still walking through the end zone while the kickoff is going. And I'm like, man, I hope nothing comes back this way.
But you can get hurt by not. I don't want to say. Sometimes you're talking to somebody,
all right,
and that's not your domain. You're not there all the time.
Yeah.
For some reason, maybe you're going out for halftime.
Right.
Your high school's getting introduced.
Dog frisbee or something.
Yeah, you're out there for 15 minutes because they want you on the field.
Right.
And you're told, pay attention now because these guys can come quick.
Yep.
But after about 10 minutes, you start talking and waving.
Right.
Somebody understand.
Or doing a picture.
Yeah, getting a picture. All of a sudden, that sweep comes toward the sideline.
Of course, the classic was that college game where the marching band lined up in the end. Is that what that was? And of course, the game was not over.
Field.
Yeah, and they got run into pretty good.
Yeah. Touchdown stood though.
Deservedly so.
One of the probably top 25 plays oddities in college football ever.
Yeah, I put it up there.
Remember Stanford and Stanford Cal?
I didn't remember who it was, but
Cal.
I just remember the drummer
and
runs into the tuba player.
The trombone guy at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to stay out of the way, man.
How was your weekend? Did we talk about your weekend yet?
Did we talk about my weekend? I did 2 comedy. I did comedy with a comedy hypnotist this weekend. That was kind of fun. Legacy Aleworks, fine brewery in town.
Did you get hypnotized?
Yeah, not really. I was kind of assisting him after I did my set, so I could have gotten hypnotized. I have gotten hypnotized before. You can get hypnotized just sitting there watching him. His name's Bob Lauver. You should check him out. He's quite good, and it's funny. He gets everybody doing things. He gets people like speaking languages they don't know how to speak, and it's pretty impressive.
Is it real?
It's definitely real. I mean, I've gone with people who have gotten hypnotized.
So a guy like that has that kind of power.
Yeah.
And he's got one of those special, I guess.
No.
Can that guy at a red light catch somebody's attention? And
No, because it's not a power. He'll be the first to say it's about the power of suggestion, and you have to participate and allow yourself to be hypnotized in order for that.
Would that stand up in a court of law?
What's the question?
I was hypnotized.
No. I mean, involuntary intoxication is a defense.
By the way, did you throw anybody in jail today?
No one in jail
Close?
yet. Not even close.
Thinking
I mean, you're always the closest
I'm
for
close.
me. Yeah, very close.
What could you run me in on?
Just obnoxiousness, general obnoxiousness.
General in public obnoxiousness.
Yeah, public obnoxiousness.
Yeah,
public obnoxication.
And somewhere you could probably find somebody in an authoritative position has told me, "Hey, dumbass, just stay home.
Right.
Don't go out in the public. You're too dumb."
But I don't.
No,
that's just an opinion.
No, I agree. What's going on in your life? What's up?
Nothing, man. Everything's good.
I'm through with everything. Make sure
you got all our stuff?
No, but what else? You got anything?
I got comedy this Wednesday at the Comedy Zone. Got a couple other.
Did you notice how traffic was tough this afternoon? A lot more cars on the road.
Oh,
this
it's
afternoon.
kids' schools are back, right?
I wasn't on the road morning drive,
Right.
but man, it was busy out there today.
Yeah, my daughter's bougie private school isn't out till Thursday. You know what's
What grade?
She's going into 11th grade.
And they start Thursday?
Yeah, you know what you get with private school? It costs you more and they give you less. They give you less days.
American way.
They give you more holidays. They give you more because the parents complain, and then they're like, you know what? We're going to give you extra days for ski season. We're going to give you. I was like, do I get a refund? Do I get some money back? No.
That's the American way.
I guess.
Boy, were you I don't mean to pry, but were you just a public school guy, or did you go to?
I was purely. That's not prying at all. I was at public school, and I sent 3 of my kids to public school. 2 of them went
Local or somewhere else?
Local, St. John's for the publics.
No, for you.
Oh, for me, I was in Montgomery County, Maryland.
But it's probably with your age and all. Mine's roughly the same.
It's a good system.
You probably, you have to have 180 days. The
Is that
school
right?
year is 180 days.
Is that
how you fit it in?
I got you.
But when we were young,
Yeah.
and summer's wrapping up now.
Yeah.
Remember, we had basically 3 full months
Of summer.
of summer. Well, what they
Yeah.
do now, they have so many
right.
days sprinkled in.
Yeah.
It seems like these kids have tiny summer vacation.
Yeah, I don't know. Now when you're watching them, maybe you
Yeah.
just haven't had your kids home
Yeah,
for a while.
it's been a while.
Feels
Yeah.
pretty damn long to
Yeah.
me. No, it's not true. My daughter's older.
But you
and
remember we went back like after Labor Day, it seems like.
Well, I mean, up north you end later and you start later because of I don't know. I guess because a lot of the schools back in my day didn't have air conditioning.
I can remember that.
And
I went to
so,
some schools that were
yeah.
air conditioning and they didn't have great heating either.
Yeah,
in
so
there.
they'd make sure that the hottest months and the
Mhm.
hottest days are the ones you didn't
Start
have.
later.
Plus, we had a lot of snow days up north, and that would
Yeah.
skew things as well.
Yeah.
So I know this is fascinating for your viewers.
Yeah. What the hell? This is a
Get to know me.
It's a real show, man.
Get to know Mike
We're real.
Freed.
We are part of people's lives.
Right.
There.
Well, thank you.
Part of people's lives.
I appreciate
and,
that.
Big cases going on? Anything?
You know, the usual things.
You got to travel much anymore? You went down. Remember, you went to prison not long ago.
I did go down to Miami to meet a client who's in prison. I do have to go to
so
Miami
that means
next
you didn't
week.
do a very good job at the beginning.
No, there's this old saying about the portrait artist when you complain about your portrait, and the portrait artist says it's your face.
Yes,
So
exactly.
yeah, I usually get cases after the things have happened, not.
Yeah. And you're on the
before.
defense side.
Yeah, but not the criminal defense side. I just businesses suing businesses. Usually.
Or does it generally mediate, kind of?
Yeah. But you got to sue to get to the mediation. Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it?
Do you win a lot of those? Or is there? I guess there's win, right? The monetary.
Yeah, most cases don't go to the mat, but yeah, I've had my share of wins, and but mainly a good win is one where the client and both sides really spend as little as possible and get
Yeah.
to the center or to the place where it should be as soon as possible.
And that's the kind of law you wanted to get into, business law.
Yeah, it's easier to sleep at night.
Did you know you were going the business law route, or?
More or less, it was a choice.
And I probably asked you this, but is there legal in your family?
No, not
No,
really.
You're
My
not
mom.
legacy kind of thing.
No, it's the first of my family to go to college and then on to graduate school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, anything else we're missing?
I don't think
Come on,
so.
you got something
We're
in
missing
there.
Patrick. Where'd Patrick go?
Hey, Patrick, you said something that made him mad. Did you notice that?
I did.
Oh, yeah, you said he was loud.
No.
And seriously, when you said Pat was loud, we haven't heard back from him.
I was going to mention, and you know, I never know any of these people, but there was a baseball game, White Sox game, where Ron Kittle led a 1-minute wedding for a couple of White Sox fans, a man and a woman, and they also had a fun-filled night with a 50-foot hot dog. So these people got
let's
married.
back up.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago. Ron Kittle played a long time
Yeah, no,
ago.
he came back to officiate.
Oh, so he was a pastor kind of thing?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
They got married on the field?
It was Ron Kittle night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got married on the field?
They
kind of
got
thing?
married.
Home
Yep,
plate?
exactly. Lifelong White Sox fan got married in just 1 minute. That's how do you tell your
They
wife
had
like?
to have that Meatloaf song playing, right?
Yeah.
Rounding third, rounding second.
Yeah.
It's going for third.
But yeah, Ron Kittle came back, 83 American League Rookie of the Year,
yeah.
and they also had a foot-long, 50-foot hot dog, petting zoo, ice sculptures, a circus
Where
clown,
did the
and free
50-foot
haircuts.
hot dog come into play?
All these things happened. I just am wondering how this guy told his wife, "Hey, we're gonna get married, honey. Just gonna take a minute. I need you to get dressed. We're gonna go in the center field. There's gonna be a 50-foot hot dog at a petting zoo."
Who wouldn't do that?
I don't know. I do
you
think.
Remember the song I'm talking about? Remember that Meatloaf song? And they break in the middle.
Now I'm waiting.
Dashboard lights.
Yeah.
And
waiting for the end of the world.
First base, second base. Oh, he's going for third.
Yeah.
He's going for home.
Right, there is that.
Stop right there. Yeah, they had to play that, right?
I don't know. In 1 minute, I don't think that song takes like 13 minutes.
Why was it a time constraint? What was the?
Well, probably they're doing it between innings.
Is that? Oh, it was not before the game. Okay.
Yeah, but a real official wedding, and I don't know. Having had 2 weddings that cost
They
a lot of
run out there
money,
with a little thing.
and none of mine stuck. Maybe a 1 minute wedding was the way to go.
Wonder how they're doing. You knew. We don't have time to get into this, but this date in sports history, this comes up every year, and it's so much fun.
August 11th?
Have you heard? Not exactly this date, but have you heard the true story? Early 70s, 71, 72, 2 New York Yankee pitchers on the team, and good pitchers. They were New York Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
They were friends.
Mm-hmm.
They both of them married. Both of them had families and kids.
Yeah.
Real good friends. They barbecued together. They decided to swap wives. They switched. Got married to what? One of them stayed in the house, and one of them moved. Mike Kekich, and
so that happened on a day.
Legitimately happened, and one.
So they had the divorce in order to switch wives.
Yes, and one of them, the new relationship lasted maybe a year. Didn't one of them? The other one lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them died. They lasted that long. Huh. But they got together, talked to the kids, and said, "Hey, this is what's going to happen." And only one of them stayed in there. So we're moving out, and
sharing is caring, I guess.
Very
right?
famous, though, and of course had to be the Yankees. Had to be in New York.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
wow.
Look it up. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Once you think you heard everything.
I didn't realize trading in wives was an option. I thought,
I
you
guess
just
a
end
player
it.
to be named later, or a wife to be named later, right?
You can be like, getting divorced, but here's the good news, honey. Terry is interested in taking you on.
But I mean, how do you? Obviously, they were a friendly couple.
They apparently were very friendly, yeah.
But somebody in that setup has to break the ice. Hey, Mike.
Right, who's the first one to have that conversation?
What do you think about?
Right.
Or do you play I was drunk?
I'm guessing. Well, not for a marriage, maybe for.
No, I mean, if it's not accepted. Hey, Mike,
just kidding.
You like I'll have a few beers. And, yeah, Mike, I see the way you look at my wife. You ever think you'd like to maybe
marry her?
Marry her?
It was probably a good way to avoid alimony.
Maybe. All right, let's take a break. We'll get you out of here. Brent Beaird, how's he going to follow this? How in the world will Brent Beaird? We'll try. We'll try to do it with some college football on the other side. Cruising through a Monday edition. The Young Norvelle Show continues after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jack's Pal.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
All right, man, this show is flying by. Hopefully we've got some time with Brent Beaird as he makes his way on the show. About 5:30, we're expecting Brent talking about college football. A lot of college football. You saw all the helmets on the wall there in Atlanta at the College Football Hall of Fame. I want to thank Mike Freed. I want to thank Patrick Young on earlier, and, of course, Casey Kurtz producing. While we have a moment, I think Brent's going to jump on about the bottom of the hour. Major League Baseball. Wow. So now we have 7 weekends left. So we're starting to wind down, about 42 games left for everybody. And, man, some of these numbers, teams have fallen behind by big numbers. Some teams are playing their way into the playoff race. Some teams are playing their way out of the playoff race. Let's look at these numbers again. How about the AL East? Toronto, they've made their run. They now lead second-place Boston by 4. The Yankees 6.5 and going the wrong way. We'll get to the wild card race in a moment. Detroit has pretty much dominated the AL Central all season. The Guardians made a run, but they're back to 6 down now. The Guardians hanging around a little bit, though, but Detroit has had pretty good lead in that. Don't look now, but is this Seattle's final run? They've got 40-something games left. Seattle now has closed their deficit as they are chasing the Astros half game behind. And, Casey, I was asking you before we got fired up here, man, some of these numbers have changed dramatically. Seattle, and I know they got 40 games left, but Casey, is this? Can they afford to fall 6 back over the next 2 weeks? You got 7 weekends left, man. This is go time, isn't it?
I mean, I'm not concerned about Seattle. They're a good team.
Yeah, and they're going to make it anyway, but they're only a half a game behind. It's been a while since they've been a half game. Don't look now, Casey. Have you seen the NL East? The Phillies have carved out a 5.5 game lead all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I think they swept Texas, and I think the Brewers swept the Mets,
yeah.
So that's how that happens.
Yeah, and the Mets, not that the Phillies aren't playing well to get this. They're 7-3 their last 10. The Mets are on a 7-game losing streak. But, man, we haven't seen that number at 5.5 either way, right, in a long time in that division. Same damn thing can be said what you brought up, Casey. Milwaukee, hottest team in baseball the last month or more. The Brewers now, 9-game winning streak, 9-1 their last 10. They have a 6-game lead over the Cubs. Casey, it's been 2 or 3. You look up, it's 6 now.
Yeah, I mean the Cubs kind of folded a little bit.
Wow.
I mean the Brewers are so good, but the question will be with the Brewers is, are they actually a playoff team? They're a good regular season team,
Yeah.
but can they be a good team in the playoffs will be the question.
Man, they have 73 wins. What are they've got like four more wins than anybody. The next closest has, I think, 69. But it just looks crazy. The Cubs have been on top of that NL Central all season, it feels like. Now I look back yesterday, I go, holy cow, 6 games back. And treading water right now are the Cubs. The NL West, the Padres have closed it to 2. They are 2 behind the Dodgers, and man, are the Giants going the wrong way. They are 9, so they're done in the they're done in the division race. But man, the Giants, as we look at the wild card race now, you've got some teams playing their butts right out of the wild card. Looking at the wild card race right now in the American League, Seattle would be at the top. There's 3 wild cards in each league. Seattle would be the number 1 wild card. They've got a 3.5 game cushion, so they're fine. Boston 2.5. The Yankees are a half game up on the Guardians, and the Yankees are going the wrong way. 3-7, their last 10. Casey, I know we got 40 games left. Are the Yankees going to be able to hold on?
I think they will. They can't play this bad for another 40 games. And Cleveland's not that good, so
I know.
I think the 3 teams that are currently in the wild card spots are the teams that are going to get them.
Okay.
But I mean the Yankees
in both
are,
leagues, you think?
I feel definitely in the American League.
Okay.
The Reds are interesting. I'm not going to lie.
They won't go away.
But the Reds are the Mets are the more talented team, but I don't necessarily think that means they get the spot.
So you're liking Mariners, Red Sox, Yankees, and Yankees by the skin of their teeth, you think?
No, I think they'll.
Yeah.
I think they will. By the time we get to September 23rd, I think it'll be pretty carved out.
Gotcha. So chasing the Yankees right now, Guardians half game behind that final wild card spot that the Yankees are sitting on. The Rangers 2.5. Kansas City 4. Hard to take them serious. They're 2 under 500 and 4 back. National League is real interesting as well as we look right now. The Cubs are comfortably in as a wild card. They've got a 4.5 game cushion. San Diego, they're chasing the division. They're 3 up in the number 2 spot of the 3 wild card spots in the NL. The Mets holding on. They're a game and a half, Casey, as you said, over the Reds. St. Louis 3.5, and here are the Giants. Man, they are scuffling. 4 back, 500 baseball, and they have San Diego is at San Fran for a series starting today. San Diego, if they did something crazy and swept, they could almost kick the Giants to sleep, right?
Yeah, and it's not impossible. They're a better team by a lot.
They're better. So San Diego, I think, is holding on. I'm sorry, San Francisco, I think they are holding on just by a thread. Your series to keep an eye on starting today, Boston at Houston. 2 good teams. That starts today. The one I just mentioned, San Diego at San Fran, and that's a big one for San Fran trying to hold on. That starts today. Tomorrow, Cubs at Toronto. Oh, boy. What a time for the Cubs to draw Toronto. Do we have a Brent, or is that Patrick? Patrick's back.
That's me. That's Pat.
Hey, man, what's going on? Back are you? You're back.
I was listening to you a little bit on baseball, and I thought about you this weekend because I saw that ticker on the Yankees closer again. Just giving up, blowing a game.
One of those guys.
His last name Williams?
I think so, yeah. Everybody they signed in the trade deadline has floundered, haven't they?
I can't believe after you brought that to my attention and told me how egregious it was that he put him in again, that I couldn't believe he actually put him in again and the same exact result.
And what was the deal, Casey? The Yankees made 3 bullpen moves, and their first appearance was a couple weeks ago. Their first appearance, they combined to give up 9, was it?
Yeah, that's correct.
How do you think the Yankee fans thought about that? Oh,
they love it.
Oh, my goodness. How about the Yankees? If they were to fall out of the playoffs, it looks like the Mets are going to hold on and make the play. Oh, that's not going to make Yankee fan happy. Not going to make Yankee fan happy as the Yankees. Remember, the Yankees really were dominating there the first half. The first 3 or 4 months of the season.
Yeah, they did. They were playing pretty well. You're right.
Yeah, they were off and running, but not anymore. So, all right, Pat.
It's a long game, man.
It really
Are we going
is.
to get Brent Beaird on the other side?
Yeah, we're waiting on Brent, and let's go ahead. While we're waiting, let me see if I can pull this up. We're going to talk college football with Brent, and I want to take a look at that poll that came
I got a
out.
quick question for you, Terry.
Go ahead, my friend.
Out of all the storylines in college football, which is one team you almost like, not just from a winning standpoint, or like you just can't wait to see if this team doesn't do well, the turmoil that's going to come if that were to happen? 'Cause I have my answer.
Texas with Arch Manning, maybe, if they were to do something stupid and lose
You're
3 games.
you're looking at it the wrong way, my guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Bill Belichick in North Carolina. If things go south, I cannot wait to see how that all unfolds.
Oh,
because he's always, for the most part, been very successful, and like his personality, is it really going to be enough to lead that a college program, not the pros, a college program?
Good point. That is a good point. And, you know, college football, way different than decades ago. A guy like Belichick's going to come in and say, well, I've got a – what did Charlie Weiss say that time? Well, whatever team I coordinate, we have a schematic advantage. Remember that? He said schematic advantage. You know, Bill Belichick feels that way. And I know Bill Belichick, he didn't take that job and say, well, it's going to take us 3 years to get everything. He thinks he's in place to win now, I think.
Now, right?
Yeah. That will be fun if he – imagine he goes 3-9.
What's so hard? I mean, unless this dude is like, living, eating, breathing tape and film on college teams or high school players and college teams, like, I just think you're at such a disadvantage in being able to get those recruits to win right away, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just don't see it being realistic. It's just so much that goes into success, or even having a program that can be average. And this is a big change for him.
And you know, I know his last couple of years, the Patriots weren't very good obviously by Patriot standards. They weren't real good, but in the back of his mind, he's thinking, well, it's college football.
Right? Yeah. For sure.
I'm going up against. I'm Bill Belichick at North Carolina. I'm going up against Dave Doran at NC State. Come on. I'm going up against Mike Norvelle at FSU. Come on.
He's got every right. You know, I wouldn't knock him if he has that level of arrogance or confidence. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time. But like, college football, do you think he knew he wanted to get in right after NIL? Like, do you think that had a factor with Belichick? Because I think that makes it even harder for you to jump in now.
Yeah, I think a guy like Belichick, his thought process is probably, let me go somewhere. North Carolina's got money. But I think Bill Belichick, and I'm not saying this is a negative, but he's arrogant enough to think, well, these players are going to want to come play for me.
Yep.
I'm Bill Belichick.
Yep.
I'm Bill Belichick. So Belichick's your number one. Keep an eye on.
Yep, my number one. Can't wait.
Texas and Arch Manning. If that goes sideways, it'll be weird. When I say sideways, Texas fans not going to be happy if they lose 3 games. I mean, they think, as we welcome Brent Beaird on, they think
especially being this preseason number one now,
playoff or bust. Brent, AP poll comes out as we welcome Brent Beaird to the show. AP poll comes out, nowhere near as important as it used to be. There are some differences, though, between today's AP poll, Brent, and the coaches poll. Texas won again. Penn State right on their heels. So the AP, the writers think Penn State is almost the equal of they get 23 votes. Texas gets 25, Brent.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, but I tell you what that's based on. Is based on the quarterback situation. Is what it's based on, um, because I think what they're saying is when they're 2-3, they're very close. Now again, Texas plays Ohio State and Penn State plays LSU.
Yeah.
At here, which will make a good first weekend of the season.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Texas 25 first place votes, number 1. Penn State number 2, 23, right on their heels, and the AP, the media guys, they're also telling you they think Penn State's better than Ohio State. They've got Ohio State 3rd with 11 first place votes. Clemson 4th. I think that's a nice feather for the ACC. The ACC needs a team up high. They get beat around too much. That's nice. And, the ACC will claim Notre Dame probably.
Yeah.
And then they've got Miami at 10. I think Miami was 10 in the coaches poll as well. I think that's high. I don't think Miami's the 10th best team in the country.
I agree with that totally. I think that's Carson Beck, isn't it, Terry?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. But Clemson, I agree with. Miami, and until they're able to not lose games in November, lose 2 games like they did last year, I don't think people are going to take them that seriously.
Yeah. Just scrolling through, guys, and if anything grabs you, just things that just kind of jump out. South Carolina at 13 in the AP poll that just came out. Boy, that's a nice ranking for Shane Beamer, as he it looked like he wasn't going to turn that thing around a couple years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, but it's certainly looking better for South Carolina. But again, South Carolina's got to get over. He's got to get over their hump too.
Yeah.
But now see, they got Rasul Faison, their running back. You're still not being cleared yet, unless you guys have seen something about it.
No, that's dragging on, and South Carolina's best when they've got one of those big backs. That comes downhill. Florida 2 spots higher in today's poll. The Gators are sitting at 15 in the AP poll.
I would, if they could keep Lagway healthy.
That's it.
And I agree, Pat. That's going to be the key for them. But look, here's the thing, though. With that offensive line that Florida's got, with frankly 2 All-Americans on it, and then they've got a good receiving core, a good running back. That they don't need Lagway to be a superstar every game, do they?
I tell you, it has been a long time since the Florida Gator offense can legitimately, and I know different polls have different first-team All-Americans, but there's enough lists out there that have Jake Slaughter and Austin Barber as All-American offensive linemen. It's been a long time since Florida's had 2 offensive linemen that highly regarded, and that's how you win football games.
Sure,
lines of scrimmage. I thought it was very interesting, guys, on today's poll that came out. The media guys are a lot like, I think, all of us. They've got Tennessee 24, and I think Tennessee steps back. I may not have them that low, but how about that? The AP boys, the media guys, they think it may be a step back season for Tennessee, like I do and you do, guys.
I absolutely believe it will be. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh on this quarterback I don't know enough about.
Sure.
Because, but then also, isn't every team's job to make you believe that they believe their quarterback is the guy?
Yeah. Brent, thoughts on the media guys? Little apprehensive on Tennessee.
And frankly, they should be. And now part of that, they've got Joey Aguilar, who comes over from App State. He's thrown for 6,000 yards already. But again, the competition is kind of hazy there. Now, at wide receiver.
They got a good running back? They always do.
Yeah, running backs, Deshaun Bishop and Peyton Lewis couple of sophomores that people probably don't know a lot about. I mean, they were very good. They were very good last year at running back. But I'm with Terry. I think Tennessee takes a step back, and they start third game of the year with Georgia.
Yeah.
Then you got Mississippi State, Arkansas, Alabama, Kentucky, and Oklahoma.
Yeah. And, if Tennessee does take a bit of a step back by their standards the last 4 or 5 years, that can only help Florida.
Yeah.
That can only help Florida and that schedule. Brent, Patrick and I talked a little bit about it about 30 minutes ago. It's going to happen. I think this guy will find a decent job next year. He's out this year because he's doing TV. I think college football's better when Jimbo Fisher's in the middle. I think Jimbo's a pretty good coach, and I think he's a polarizing guy. And I think that's good for storylines. And don't you agree? I think Jimbo will be TV 1 year, and I think Jimbo will easily get a Kentucky, NC State kind of job. Not the big boy Power 4, but
Right.
I mean, Jimbo Fisher will bring some talent wherever he goes.
He will. He will. I would agree with that. Listen, I thought for a second there you were talking about John Gruden coming back.
Yeah, how about that? How about that guy?
But
you think he would ever get a second chance?
well,
that's hard to say with him.
It's tough.
It is, but I mean, a lot of people get second chances, and Gruden could. I mean, Gruden from a X's and O perspective is a good coach. I mean, he's been talking to some teams, trying to get his name in the mix with the SEC. Terry's right, Pat. He would be much better at a Kentucky. I think that's where he would go. You've got two interesting coaches there trying to get back into it right now.
I definitely think Jimbo can get back easy. Jimbo, I think Jimbo, and he's literally he and his agent have literally he's going to be on TV. But Jimbo, I don't know if you saw the article. I think it was in your notes.
Yeah.
Jimbo basically said, "Hey man, I'm a very healthy 60-year-old coach. I've got years left to coach. I want to do this." And I get it. He had the big buyout at A&M, and a little bit of Jimbo's problem at A&M was the era he came around the SEC West.
Yeah.
He came around. He had to wrestle LSU a little bit, and then Nick Saban at Alabama. I mean, that ain't the easiest era to walk into the SEC West, is it?
Well, I do think, guys, too, that Jimbo's situation is going to be. I mean, does Jimbo really want to deal with NIL?
Right.
And does he want to deal with the issues that head coaches? And now, look, and I get this, and I understand it. Jimbo just wants to be a ball coach, and that's all Jimbo wants to do. Does Jimbo really want to get into? And maybe he is a big enough name where he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But does he really want to get into the issues coaches are facing today?
But at what point do we finally quit saying, does so-and-so really want to get mixed up in the NIL? Well, the NIL means your players are professionals and they're getting paid, which means that's the NFL. So what are your options? You know?
Well, I agree.
That's
an honest to goodness point. Sure, it is.
I think college football, Jimbo, he's got a short shelf life, but just because of his personality, I think gives him. You know what I mean by that, Pat and Brent? He's one of those guys that 5 years into his stay, I think the doorman's a little tired of him. I think his own secretary is a little tired of him. I think the cafeteria manager that he sees a lot is tired. And I don't mean he's an ass as much as he's 100 miles an hour. He can get. I think Jimbo can wear Jimbo out sometimes. You know what I mean?
You know another era it would have been really tough for him to be born into. You just made me think of this. I'm curious if you guys agree. Could he have survived in the Steve Spurrier era?
Interesting. as the head guy. Interesting.
Similar personalities.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And the head ball coach. I love the head ball coach. He's got a quirkiness about him. I mean, if the head ball coach was your next door neighbor, a good guy, and he'd say hi, and you'd have a natty light with him, but you'd go, a little different guy. He's a little different.
Yeah.
But Jimbo can get on you. He's one of those 5-year guys, I think. He can get on you in 5 years.
Well, the difference is Spurrier won.
Exactly.
He won convincingly.
Yeah.
And look, Jimbo will give you an 8-4, maybe a 9-3 from time, and then we're not ignoring Jimbo winning the national
title.
championship.
Yeah, but you're right. You're dead right. He'd go 7-5, 8-4.
Yeah.
And the head ball coach didn't do that at Florida.
No, he did not.
Head ball coach was 10-2, and they thought the sky was falling down.
Hey, for real?
Really? Oh yeah.
Definitely. Brent, I know you've got some more notes. We got about 5 minutes left. Some things that you want to hit, but we can go over that AP poll again. You know, it's funny. The AP the polls in college football really don't matter anymore. But I know when they were used a lot. Do you realize how valuable the polls in college football were? Think about the 20s and the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s. Do you know how much free publicity the game of college football got? Because when those polls were released every week in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, guess what? Every single local sports broadcast had on that. And guess what? Every local newspaper had on that Tuesday. They had the poll,
they did.
And they talked about that poll got so much free publicity for college football. It's not needed now, but you know what I mean, Brent.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I mean, they need it now probably more as a conversation starter than they do anything else. Now, I can see the day where they don't use the polls much at all, but until they come up with another way of doing it,
right.
That's just kind of where we are.
And they're antiquated. Obviously, the committee, they don't necessarily need the poll to guide them.
Yeah.
Right? But I do think the polls still have a bit of a guiding light in that.
They do.
You know, the committee actually votes, and they're the ones picking the at-large, and I get all that, and the conference champions are already designated. But I do think that if Brent Beaird was on the committee and Brent Beaird all season saw let me go back to the poll real quick if I can find it. If Brent Beaird saw South Carolina in and around 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, and it got to the point where Brent Beaird was having to cast his final at-large vote, I think by seeing South Carolina in there all year in the AP poll or the coaches poll, I think that may sway you a little bit. Well, I got one left. Let me put South Carolina in there.
Yeah. Well, and what's going to get interesting is, now obviously we have 12 again this year, but are we going to 16? And if we are, now to me, the 16 covers a multitude of sins.
Sure it does.
Because you've got 13, 14, 15. How far would you go, guys? 4, maybe, something like that. Well, okay, if you went to 16, you're still dealing with 17 through 20 that have a shot.
Yeah, and it keeps a lot of people engaged, a lot of programs engaged. You know, in Pat's sport, obviously basketball, there are so many bids. You know, it's 35 at-large bids, you know, and 30 whatever, you know, qualified bid. You win your way in, but you never get to March Madness and go, you know what, the champion didn't get in.
Yeah,
right. The champion, right. And that's the good thing about when it goes to 16. I don't think there'll be many chances where the end of the football season you go, well, damn. You know what? North Carolina State, I know they were 19th in the country, 18th. They should have got in because they were the best team. They would have won it.
Right.
That's never going to happen when you get to 16.
No, it doesn't. But it's a lot of fun. And look, I mean, the reality is, if you're going to 16, I don't think anybody can say that everybody wasn't given a shot. It wasn't fair.
I'm with you. And guys, we got about a minute left. I tend to bring this up a lot. There's one group that loves the poll, and as a matter of fact, this group was instrumental 25 years ago. The college football poll used to be the top 20, Pat. For years, It was top 20, top 20, top 20, top 20. And about 25 years ago, 30 years ago, it went top 25, and none of us knew why. Let me tell you who it benefits. Still having a poll and having a top 25. The coaches.
Yeah.
Because the coach at NC State, if the coach at NC State goes 9-3 and they finished 17th in the country, they and their agent go to the AD and go, "Hey man, we finished 17th in the country."
Yeah.
It matters in contract, you know.
And sure it does. Yeah, great. That's a great point. And it also matters to the fan base too.
And you tell the fan base, "Hey, we finished in the top 20 the last 3 years in a row." Okay, well, we finished 24th. That used to not get you on the map, but 24th, you're in the list.
Right.
Would they reveal at least those other teams that got votes but just didn't make the list though?
Yeah, I don't see that today. I looked for that, by the way.
Yeah. I've got it here, and we don't have time to go through it. But BYU was 26 and Utah was 27.
And BYU would have been in probably if their quarterback hadn't
probably
taken off. All right, guys, 20 seconds. We're out of here. Good stuff. A good way to start the week. We'll come back with Brent on Wednesday. So look forward to that if you dig college sports and college football. For the gang, I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll talk tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the next edition of the Young Norvelle Show.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are more rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be